Last time you guys had done not quite your final preparations, but the final few things you wanted to accomplish before a final plan, just to make sure everything is in order before you guys approach Isabel. You dealt with Elias, you paid off the Duelist Guild, and paid for some magic brews.
Yeah, we paid for them honestly with our stolen goods.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No, these weren't even stolen. These were Lena's.
We didn't use stuff from Senior Santiago. Oh, no, we did use Lena's, that's right.
The magic brews were 100% on the up and up. There was nothing illegal that happened. All right, you guys mentioned you wanted to plan before you start the final run of this campaign. So you guys are once again in the meeting room, which I have described multiple times as your dank cavern. You have the big, round, wooden table in the center with a map of the city. It has lots of notes scrawled on it where checkpoints are and where fights have happened and the shifting of battle lines in this city, as well as marking down some safer paths you guys can and have taken over the past few weeks. Everyone you want to be is there. So, Jonathan,
we'll call them by name if we want them to be there.
Well, I figure Jonathan, Jean-Luc, Adriana, Catalina, Friar Lewis. I think those are the important NPCs that you guys have brought into the catacombs.
Now we just have to all make them talk to each other. Got it.
Caitlin is off of the podcast. Out of nowhere, a meteor just hits the ground, and it levels the catacombs. The only one to die is Cormac. He is completely gone. He is a paste.
You may have heard of him.
No one ever heard of him. No one speak. He is killed so hard that no one even remembers his name.
Anyway.
You can't talk. You're gone. You're out of the podcast.
Yeah, so I think at this point, Lena is she's standing up. She's been doing her, I guess, presentation is what you could call it. Where we've got the map out on the table, and I don't know. I'm guessing we have something to we're all into minis here in some way, shape, or form. I think there's some kind of miniature that's representing her guards, and so she's like, "All right, and this is where." Shoot, I need a name. Just random. All right. And this is where, Diego and his men will be. For the most part, then, that means that the catacombs will be covered. So, if anybody tries to get out through the catacombs, my guards will completely have that covered. And I think that's the best that I can do with them right now.
Neostroy raises his hand and goes, "So, is our goal simply to kill Senor Santiago? Is that the mission as we understand it?"
I don't see him going gently into that good night.
I don't mean let me try to rephrase this. If we want to kill him, we could, sneak in to his house when he is defenseless, stab, burn, leave. That's an option, right? Or use the general turmoil in the city to pull most of his guards away from him and then pounce. Or we could, dare I say, be theatric about it and somehow make it more of a presentation, maybe. Or we could allow him to be captured and his trial to be the first act of the new government to kind of lend some legitimacy to it that might make the what's it called, the bat weirdos, the cultist felche, not bat weirdos.
Might want to jot that one down.
That might make them happy. I'm just saying there are options to consider beyond just stabbing him, which, I'm not opposed to at all, but there's, a few other options that might help our longer-term goal. Or we could do the switcheroo and have Friar Lewis be Senor Santiago for a while.
I think I would do great at a new role. I've been practicing my acting, and Senor Santiago can be fully enlightened by the prophet before his execution.
I'm gonna level. I did not expect you to yes and that, but, you know.
He said he's been practicing his acting.
Yeah, apparently.
It went so well when I was Magnus before, I don't see a reason why we couldn't do it again.
It's sort of like our signature move at some point is just switcherooing leaders.
It almost feels bad that someone gave a magical artifact that could do this, but you live and you learn.
But anyways, this is some thoughts that I have. I just figured, I would bring them up as a maybe of, how we want to do this beyond just walk up to him and stab him until he is dead.
I think that's a noble idea, but the overall goal should be to not let him get away.
Oh, no, he can't leave.
Whether that means kill or capture, kill or capture is the goal at this point.
No, for sure I agree with that. I'm just wondering if maybe, I like the idea of a trial,
That's the theatric version. Of course, that's going to be the interesting parts for you, or idea for you.
Exactly, yeah. And I think the people in this city would be swayed by some sense of legitimacy beyond us just, kind of mobbing him to death, which he, rightly deserves, but, whatever.
I think that's a good idea also for the fact that it gives something for the newly appointed council to do right away.
Right? Yeah.
It's something that they can probably agree on.
Yeah.
Maybe not Miguel, but,
I don't disagree, but I think they will have a lot on their plates to deal with to begin with, regardless if we give them Senior Santiago or not. I mean, she gestures vaguely at everything.
It is about catharsis. It is about the council is, doing away with the old and bringing in the new. And he could be a symbol of that.
I think it's a perfectly fine thing to aim for, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Well, yeah, and that's the other thing, too, is he might not give us the option, but, we can hope.
Well, let's plan on it. Plan A, capture. Plan B, kill.
Where do we want to do that?
What's our setup for this? Yes.
Because I think it should be he should lose embarrassingly in public. You know what I mean?
Is there a spot where he usually has a post? Or do we want to set something up where, we've got the magical bruise teleporting his folks away, and then he gets a message that says, hey, you need to go check something out. And then, surprise, we're there. I don't know.
Yeah, I like that idea. I mean, look, I'm gonna speak in a way that is entirely selfish, and this makes no sense for anyone other than me. I will admit it. But the burnt remains of the circus, not terrible, an ashy field of skeletal buildings, a reminder of what he took from the city.
What's going to convince him to come there?
I don't know if you know this about me, but people really don't like me. And if I challenge them in some way, usually people show that this face, it makes people angry. It inspires rage. So, I could probably taunt him into being there.
You seem like a great guy, No Strife, Jonathan pipes up. I've had nothing but great interactions with you. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's because I was sick to death when I met you, I think.
And now we have a great friendship.
Well,
we could also send him a message that says, capture Nostra here,
Or we could say that we have all of his jewels.
That's true. I mean, it's not true because we spent some of them, but
we could figure out the thing in his life that is most precious to him, and then take it and put it in the burnt remains of the circus. Maybe he has a horse or a sword or
it seems more complicated than it has to be.
Or we could just say that, he's been fighting Isabel and her forces, correct? her forces are out there. Like anything that could lure him. And even better, if Isobel is on our side, that's all the bait we need right there.
That's true. We could have Isabel on our side. She could send him a note that says, hey, I want to surrender to you. Meet me at the circus. At the same time, his people are all disappearing. Our people are attacking while they are disappearing and being possessed by demons and stuff. He goes out to accept a surrender from Isabel. We jump on him, maybe with an audience in the circus seats, like make it a public spectacle, tie him up, and then, we can do trial.
Friar Lewis, can you bring sweets and so that the people come fill the stands,
I don't think we need to put innocence in the way of all of this.
Actually, that's true. Good point, Lena.
It's a really good point.
It's literally the point of us, stopping all of this.
And it is abandoned right now, so there would be zero risk of collateral damage. That's a really good point. I have a habit of...
We know.
Yes.
We know. Yeah, we know.
There's a style I like, and sometimes it does have downsides.
There's a reason that the rest of us are here to keep you in check.
But Mandy, it was a really good idea. There was no problematic parts at all.
No, Lena just saved a lot of lives today.
You could not have picked a better setup for me to have a villain do a final confrontation with you guys.
No, look, I'm just saying, he's got one gun. How many times can he shoot? You have to reload that thing for 25 minutes.
He has one gun that you know of.
I'm just saying, you can only carry so many guns at some point, and then once you're out, and then, then it's all gravy from there, is what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, do you know how I fire a gun mechanically in this game? It's called danger points. Do you know how many danger points I have?
Meep.
So he's Blackbeard, huh? Just keep drawing them.
All right, I think we've got a plan. We've got a setup. And hopefully an Isabel after we go talk to her.
All right, and we have, I assume, we talked to your knight, I cannot remember his name.
Hamza.
Hamza will be watching at the docks for any escapees, and I assume we'll have the werewolves at the actual gates, in case anybody wants to just flee that way.
Jonathan, you're on that?
Yes! We're ready to do our part and be members of society.
Oh boy.
Again, well, I mean, we have our own society, we, are a society. We live in a society.
However you want to interact.
If you say society one more time.
Are we going to be better friends if I do?
Anyways.
Does that cover everyone? Gatita, I assume that you will have the amulet or bracelet or whatever it was to make sure that you appeared differently. Do we want to do something? Yeah, I'm gonna lean into your theatrics here, Neostroy. Do we want to have her, there at the end? Or what are we thinking? Do we need to keep her out of the fight completely?
I think, we are capturing Senor Santiago, in a dark, burnt carcass of the city, I think she should basically be sitting on the throne and then establishing the new council.
Yeah, I think this should be kind of the situation where Senor Santiago, whether he wins or loses the fight, has already lost by the time he comes back.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, because, if you, are kind of, swinging around power because you're sitting on the throne and establishing the new council, then he might come back and be in a worse situation than he was, at least, and that might be, second phase of the fight should the four of us fail to subdue him significantly.
Then there's at least a collection of people who are ready to stand.
Right, if we can make him wanted and outlawed by the time you guys are done with him, or he's done with you, I guess, in this scenario. But if we make his power irrelevant and non-existent, he can't really do much, right?
Right. So, Catalina, can you be going around to the people we've identified to have a seat on the council?
I can do that, yes.
I think that we put... hang on, I'm reopening up the glossary of all of the names.
Or rather, I can send messengers around to get them there, and then they can meet with me.
Fair.
All right, and we are going to leave Adriana and the rest of the Duke's rebellion that's been trained up with you, Catalina, so that you are guarded this entire time. So that takes care of that faction and what they're doing.
I'll also take Jean-Luc with me as a failsafe to get out of Dodge if we need it.
Good idea.
All right, and remind me, what is the deal that we made with the Duelists Guild?
I think we just have them as mercenaries, right?
Correct.
Yes, you paid them a lot of money to be mercenaries.
So we can tell them to show up at the burned out circus.
Yes.
Yes, I think we do that, and then they do a little bit of cleanup for us throughout the city once we are done. And like I said, I think that basically takes care of everyone that we have connections with right now. First step off to talk to Isabel, I assume.
All right.
How do you get into the palace? It is closely guarded, and you guys are not welcome.
Ooh, that's a good question.
What do you mean we're not welcome? We're all friends here, right?
Hey,
Has she given Nostra away to meet with her?
no, she has not.
Is she still leaving and going to, like, wherever she was going?
Oh, at night?
Totally fair if she's not, considering we're in the middle of a war, but if that is an option, we should take that.
I don't think so. Yeah, no, it's a good question. I had to think about the answer. The answer is no. You have not seen her entering and leaving the palace in the same fashion.
The way she used to. Okay.
I have a suggestion. What do you think about, us, somebody borrow the bracelet to act as a delivery person, and, we go in through barrels while we're delivering the alcohol.
After they're emptied?
Well, some would be emptied and some would not be.
We would be in the barrels.
Oh, I see.
We would be in some of the barrels.
Right.
The other ones would be the actual alcohol, because we have to get that in anyway.
For reference, for Zach's sake, what do we do? Where is the alcohol coming in? Who is that meant to disable?
I thought it was Senior Santiago's guys.
That's meant to disable Senor Santiago's men.
And are they at the palace, though?
No, they're not.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well.
They're against the palace faction.
Right. And
We could still be like a shipment of something.
I don't think the idea is bad. I'm just trying to remember where the alcohol
we have
is going.
separate barrel scams going.
Yeah, I mean, this is really, yeah. So this is great. What we do is we find a cart of some shipment of something. We waylay it. One of us impersonates the driver with the bracelet, and then we sneak into the palace.
Sounds good to me.
It's been a while since we've done a cart-based waylaying, you know?
It feels like a classic that we have not done for a bit.
Right?
Return to old times. Zach ruining the day. He's decided to become a GM.
We are but 4 simple lost circus performers, you know?
No, we're done with the circus performers.
Reference.
Literally, the circus is gone.
You are but 3 bakers, assistants, and 1 master chef who has come to town to start a new bakery.
I did start a new bakery.
We've only got 3 hits. All right, let's find a cart with barrels.
All right. So you go out there and you see some Gravediggers Guild people.
I mean, that's fine. The Gravediggers are with us.
No,
but
it was a
hey.
joke because that's the first time you went and got a cart. They
Oh,
harassed
right, yeah.
Nostra.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Just say the prophet needs it, you know?
Yeah, you guys can get a cart and barrels. You have those lying around.
Excellent.
You don't have to go steal one. You actually have resources a little bit, not a ton, but a
We
cart
have barrels.
seems reasonable.
Yeah.
You've only taken over 3 factions.
All right. Who wants to drive the cart?
Does anyone have skill in cart riding?
We should have Sigurdur do it, because then she can roll with her brawn. I assumed pushing, but we could do
to open to get us out. I'm cool with that.
You could do brawn and ride, Sigurdur. That seems fair.
I forgot to open my character sheet, so let me get this open real quick.
You get +1 because it's the first time you've used ride.
We're running out of time to use our skills.
Yep, use them.
Ride with what?
Brawn, this is what they were saying.
Okay. Alright. Looks like I have 3 raises with 2 dice left over.
I'll buy one of those die. Give you another chance to do something. More bullets.
Yeah, you say, and then you're like, and give me another chance to do something.
More bullets. You all know the palace intimately. This is where you guys were palace guards for many years, with the one who is there the least, at least 2 or 3. So you can easily know the paths to get back into like the loading dock area where they would unload carts, and you were easily able to slip through there and act like you're doing a shipment. Sigurthur does the cool spy stuff where it's like someone answers the door and then she knocks them out and throws them in a different empty barrel. And you guys are in the palace undetected. I want hide checks from everybody.
Oh, gosh.
Can I use finesse?
If you tell me how you're finessing it.
Because I can get really small, like he's pretty flexible.
Okay. Yeah, you can use whatever skill you want. You just have to tell me how that helps you hide. Or whatever trait you want. You just have to tell me how that makes you hide.
This is going to be bad.
Unless you're not trying to go in unnoticed.
2 successes and a die left over.
I'll buy your die, Cormac.
All right, so I'm definitely going to use my my ghost advantage.
Yes. Does the ghost advantage require a hero point or no?
Does not look like it.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't think it did, but I wanted to double check since we were here.
Yeah, no, I didn't write it. I didn't write it down. The description does not say spend a hero point, so no, I don't have to spend one.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it's either finesse or wits, because I think she's using like her knowledge of the palace to know where the easiest places to like slip around a corner would be.
I will say that as wits.
Mine is very silly.
Let me hear it.
So, I mean, I don't think I can make an argument for Braun. I don't think I have a way that would work. But I was thinking resolve, because we have spent a lot of time and a lot of planning into this plan, and Sigurthur doesn't want to be the one to screw it up.
Okay. I also like the idea with the resolve where it's like someone sees me and you just look at them and be like, you don't see me.
That's pretty good.
Nostroy.
So, okay, listen, hear me out. Now hear me out.
You're not getting perform.
I don't want perform. I want panache and empathy. I want to find, like, a servant who I think is truly loyal to Isabel. Like, a maid or a lady servant who actually cares for her. And Nostroy wants to really try to convince her, like, look, we are actually here to save her life. He's going to be totally candid about why they're there, what the whole plan is. Like, if we don't succeed, she will likely be killed by Senor Santiago and burn with this city. So you actually want to let me in to see her. That's Nostroy's plan.
Oh, fine.
So I'll let you decide who that person is.
Do you ever think you have ODD, Cody, you know?
What's ODD?
It's opposition defiance disorder or something like that.
I don't know what that means.
When someone tells you to do something, you immediately are like, I'm not doing that.
That seems made up. Well, okay. Now that is 3 successes and 2 dice left over. No, wait. 1, 2, 3. 3 successes and 1 dice left over.
Wow.
All right.
So who do I find?
You find a maid that is down doing the laundry.
Yeah, so Nostroy just like walks up to her and is just like, look, my dear lady, your mistress is in grave danger. And I know probably you know who I am. I am Nostroy. It's pretty bad. But I sincerely wish for her to live through this ordeal. And the only way she can do that is by reaching agreement with me. So if you do not guide me to her right now, and I am captured and imprisoned, she will just simply burn with the rest of you when this city inevitably eats itself. So if you care for her, and for her well-being, you will take me to her with all haste.
Are the battles going that poorly for her?
Everything is going so badly for her. She is beset by foes on all sides. Everybody, basically but me, wants her dead.
I mean, aren't you one of the foes that is besetting her?
So technically, yes, but here's the deal. My memory was erased, and I did not realize that as a child she was spurned by her father, and if I had, I would have never allowed her to be alone. And I carry that guilt with me always. So I must make amends for it, even if I cannot allow her to destroy the city in the process.
Well,
And the longer you hem and haw, the more likely it is that she will meet an assassin's dagger without me at her side.
Okay. I mean, I think it was the assassin's dagger that got us into this mess with you, but okay.
No, it wasn't. It was poison, actually.
So you guys all make your way, 3 of you stealthing through the castle, the other one having a nice stroll.
Making it fun.
Yoster's definitely, got her arm. He's, helping her up the steps, I'm making pleasant small talk.
No.
By the time we get up there, I know about her kids.
And Johnny just took his first steps the other day. We're so proud of him. He's 8 months.
That is fantastic, and I will bring some delicious treats for them. I can even entertain them with a couple of fun stories. You have been a delight.
Same to you, Nostray. I can't understand why you were ever wanted. I mean that, as a poster, no, I want you, I'm sorry, I'm not good.
No, I get it. I'm wantable. I understand. It's true in many ways.
So you guys enter the throne room with Isabel having no pretense of pretending that she's someone else or being regal. She is casually reclining on the throne with a dagger in her hand, playing with a dagger, cleaning her nails with it.
Long time no see.
Yes, welcome back to the palace. I suppose you're here to kill me?
Actually, we've been thinking a lot about what you said last time.
It's about time, Cormac.
Right. And about your requests, your desires for the city. And we have a proposal.
All right, go on. If I have to marry any of you, I will slit my throat myself.
No, that did not factor into our plans. If marriage is something you desire, that'll have to be, settled some other time. So we took into consideration you want the city of Orétrios wiped off the map. Orétrios to be a name in no one's mouth, on no one's lips, and everyone to know the Duke, what the Duke did. Right? Not continuing his legacy in any way, shape, or form.
I think that was going pretty well until you guys showed up again.
Well, we intend to turn that around. We thought to ourselves, this, having a single ruler who can wipe everyone's memories, pretty raw deal for everyone. Not something we want to replicate. And we said, why have a duke at all? Why have a duchess at all? Why not burn it to the ground and start new? So, our thought is we get rid of the duchy line. We say we're done with that. We reinstate a council that has representation from everybody's interest in the city. And we start over in naming it. Orétrios, no more. We have a new name.
Orétrios.
It'll be a new start for everyone. And we intend to make it known that what the Duke did and that we're starting new. Should I roll something for that?
Roll me a convince. I mean, there's more conversation to be had.
Sure.
You are convincing and...
I'll say wits and convince.
Yeah, I was going to say wits or resolve.
Can I get an extra thing? Because I've spent a lot of time with her, actually.
You can spend a hero point if you want an extra die.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And you're allowed to do that because you spent a lot of time with her.
Okay. Is this my first time doing this? I don't think so.
It is not. Here, all 4 of you are tapped out on convince.
Okay.
It would be funny for you to roll 7 nat ones.
2, 3.
It's not bad. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
What of my sister? You said you want to end the Duke's line? What's she going to do in this new government?
She would be an equal on the council. She would not have any hereditary power over anyone, same as you. And if you wanted to stay on the council, that's fine. If you wanted to leave and never think about the city again, also fine.
So you're going to let me, who tried to destroy the city, be on the council, and my sister, who everyone thinks tried to destroy the city, on the council.
Well, I think our plan is to be forthright about who you are and who she is. And if you do not believe it is a good place for you to sit on this council, I think that is fine. I think maybe it is not what you would desire. But if you wish to be involved in the recreation of the city, I think that's still an option for you.
How can I trust that my sister will not wait 6 months and then take control of everything?
Do you trust anybody?
I especially don't trust anyone of my family.
That's fair. Then stick around, and if she does, do something about it. You'll hear no argument from me on this count. It's possible that your sister will turn into a tyrant, just like it's possible that anyone given any amount of power turns into a tyrant. If you wish to have any input on that, stick around, and don't intentionally run the city into the ground. In fact, I would say that it's the only way to guarantee that someone will not become a tyrant.
You see her thinking about it. Who all do you plan on inviting on this council?
We've got representation from the various guilds of the city, noble families, regular folks. Basically, having somebody to have a little more insight on each of the parts that make this place work. But basically, decisions will be made together and not unilaterally.
All right.
You're in.
I mean, what do you want me to say? I'm cornered by 4 of you. My guards are out. You snuck past everyone.
Oh, we're not going to kill you if you say no.
What happens if I say no?
Nothing.
So I can just burn the city down then?
No. And Cormac looks at Nostroy.
With what? Nostroy stops and looks around and goes, with what? With what army? You don't have one anymore.
Yeah, thanks.
Senor Santiago is gone. He's actively opposing you. The rest of the factions in the city, aside from the city guard, are loyal to us in some fashion. So you can do nothing, or you can do something. But you really can't attack the city. I mean, beyond, I guess, starting over and trying to convince a band of rogues to do something. But either way, in a few days, your sister's marching into this place, and you can either make a vain attempt at resistance to that, or you can be part of it and, remove this palace, replace it with something else, and be a part of the recreation of the city.
She said yes. We're not going to talk her out of it.
I don't want to lie. We're not going to stab you in the back here. That's not what, we're not going to stab a defenseless person in the back for no reason.
But someone we do need to deal with is Senor Santiago.
That's true. We do have to deal with Senor Santiago.
Yeah, he's kind of a problem, yeah.
Well,
is that something you want to join us on?
No? I've clearly not got it handled.
Oh, by yourself, but we're all, doing it together. We've got some tricks up our sleeve.
What do you want me to do in this plan?
Tell your side of this story. I would say is the biggest thing. Tell your side of this story. Be public about who you are.
I know, not after we take care of Santiago. What do you want me to do to help with Santiago, Cormac?
I just mean if you want to go to the showdown with us.
Why would I do that?
Honestly, you could just be bait.
Again? Why would I do that?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Gosh, you were critical to this plan. You need to tell Senor Santiago you're surrendering. Just send him a note. Tell him to meet you at the circus, the burnt down circus, so that you can surrender and give the city over to him as the rightful ruler. We'll be there. We jump in, then things play out.
I guess you don't actually have to be there.
I was going to say, by bait, we don't even mean you have to be there. We just need an excuse for him to come.
I'll sign whatever you want.
Specifically, you probably shouldn't. specifically, you probably shouldn't be there.
That was my thought, and Cormac says, let's go for a fun stab fest.
I mean, I'm excited that this is working out.
Cormac, you should not be excited to stab people. That's like a warning sign of so many problems.
No. I'm excited that Isabel is no longer,
He's excited that the woman finally said yes to one of his plans. We get it.
I really can't criticize Cormac. He's really been along for a lot of really stupid rides lately. So...
Cormac or Carp?
Yes, that's one of them.
I will sign what you want. I'm not going to be there, Cormac. I'm not going to have a good time at the OK Corral with you.
I got a little too excited. Sorry. You don't have to be there. It's not necessary. We do it in the notes. You don't actually have to be there. But if you wanted to reconnect with your sister in the interim, might not be terrible. I'm sure you both have some things to talk about.
Yeah, a lot of yelling about probably our father.
I honestly, I think it would be good for her.
I don't know why you want to yell at her.
I mean, she did ruin all of my plans by coming back.
I was thinking more commiserating,
We are in the 1700s. My emotional literacy is not the best it is.
I have some books for you to read about the human spirit.
Alright, anything else you need from me other than this signed note?
I guess, what's your feeling on sticking around or not? It's fine either way. I'm just curious.
At least to begin with, I will stick around. I do not trust any of you? Anyone, really? Just across the board. No one.
That's, not unfair, given your life experience.
But after that, I don't know. If you guys prove to be honest and not terrible, I'll see where the wind takes me. This is the longest I've stayed around in the place for a decade and a half, so...
I think Neostray walks up to her and goes, I understand that you have trouble trusting people, and I think I have already apologized for the fact that I was not present when you needed me. But if you would like to start trying to trust people, I want to be a person that you can trust. And I understand, technically, we have been opposed to each other for a long time. It was before I knew who you were. I am not here to hurt you. I actually sincerely want your life to be better. And for you not to just be driven by a need for vengeance and to be defined by a hatred for your parents. I know what it is to be defined by a hatred for your parents. So... I'm not saying you have to, I'm not saying you should stay, I'm not saying you should go, but if you need a person, I want to be that person, because I should have been, and I was not allowed to be, because your father was an awful person.
Thank you, Nostray. I know that it was not your fault, and feelings are hard to let go of, but... just as the bad ones are hard to let go of, I have missed you.
That is good to hear, and I'm not looking for forgiveness. I wouldn't say that I have guilt so much as I have responsibility.
I also do not think you did something wrong when you were a victim as well. But I'm not looking for friends quite yet. So go get rid of Senior Santiago. I will not do anything. I will let my sister into the palace, give her a birthright, so that she can set up the council. I said that with heavy air quotes. I said that with the heaviest of air quotes.
I know. But then be honest right after that. Tell people what happened.
I will be honest. I will be honest the whole time. Look, my fingers are not even crossed behind my back.
Mm-hmm. And maybe you can talk with her about how you'd like to present that to the people,
Yeah, we can meet up and have a nice little tea and talk about all of our feelings and exactly how we want to have this press release. Now go take care of the problem in the city.
Don't forget the whiskey in your tea.
There is a window I could jump out of still. To end this conversation faster.
Secret throw will catch you, don't worry.
I don't know if I can get downstairs so fast.
Don't say that, I know you can. I believe in you. You jump out that window faster than her and land and catch her.
Cormac.
Defying all of physics.
Cormac. When I said you lacked passion, I didn't mean spend more time around Nostroy and start copying his ideas.
You know, when you're out of options, you take what you can get.
Trust me, I know. I truly know.
Boy, Isabel.
You have whatever... Isabel will give you whatever you guys want for using as bait, save for herself. She will not be joining you.
I think we just want a note in her hand that says, meet me here for terms of surrender.
Right, and like possibly sent with like one of her people.
Yep, she will do that, send someone under the flag of truce. So, what are you all doing to prepare, and how long is it between sending the note and doing the surrender?
I want to get a bunch of buckets of water and put them at the circus.
Okay.
It's important for my plans.
Is there a way... It's kind of all burned up. We can't really keep him from running, right? There's not like a way to seal off exits?
Chop off his legs. It is an open area, though. You had a large circus tent there.
I guess that's the point of having the mercenaries from the Duelist Guild with us, is to
I will say, multiple of you are more fit than he is, probably.
Yeah, but like if he's bringing people with him, you know.
Yeah, I think our counter to that is the Duelist Guild. Basically, like, whoever he has is going to have to deal with the Duelist Guild.
Yeah, so we're bringing the Duelist Guild. We've got our other people set up around the city. I think we're just staking out.
So
we're just waiting there, unless Nostra has something more flashy.
Buckets of water, Zach. Mini buckets of water.
When are you sending this note to him? And what time do you want him to meet you there?
Dusk.
All right. Is it today? Is it tomorrow? Is it a week from now?
It's called tomorrow.
Let's say it's tomorrow because we still technically have to do the what's it called? The alcohol stuff.
Yeah, just send it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we can arrange for that and then meet him tomorrow at the what's it called?
The circus.
All right. So you guys set up all of that. All of it is ready. When you go to the Duelist Guild, Cormac, to inform them of your plan, it is empty. No one is there in sight at all.
Hello? Anybody, here?
Do
I see any evidence of anything?
Make a notice check. You get +1 die on it.
Notice and wits?
Yeah, notice and wits.
1, 2, 3.
It looks like they got out of here in a hurry, and they are not coming back.
They booked it. Okay.
You paid them up front.
Did we? Yeah.
Yeah, you paid them all up front.
Okay.
Well, we'll get the werewolves. Nostroy grinding his teeth as he has to go and talk to Jonathan.
I do like how I make NPCs that Cody hates. You know, we had Lennox Willis last time. We have Jonathan this time. Just people who are happy-go-lucky and over-explain things to Cody. He just hates with a passion.
Reminds him too much of himself.
I have no defense for this.
Can you explain that a little bit more to us?
Yeah, I could. Yeah, just a little bit.
So I guess, yeah, let's go find the werewolves. I don't know if that needs to be a scene or just we contact them.
Do you want to make Cody suffer? No, you can have them, but it will mean how many do you want to take with you? Like, what percentage of the werewolves do you want to take from fighting the city guard on the gates and on that side of town?
Half? A quarter?
Yeah, the craziest ones, I think, is the answer. I want the craziest ones.
We'll take a quarter of We'll take a quarter of them, and the quarter that we take is the craziest ones.
Cool. And Jonathan.
I don't know. Do we want him to be in danger from Senior Santiago? I don't really want to bullet through him, you know?
Well, we already said Jonathan was staying with Catalina, right? As a way to get out of the city?
No, Jean-Luc is.
Oh, Jean-Luc. Sorry, 2 J names.
No, you're fine. Jonathan is just with the werewolves. If you don't want Jonathan with you guys, that's fine.
No, I'm cool with that.
So you get a handful of werewolves to be your defense as dusk falls, and Senior Santiago rolls up with a large contingent of guards. Hello, my friends. We are together once again.
Oh, I would like to say I'm like hidden. I don't want to be just like standing in the open. I would try to be hidden.
Are you all hiding?
No, I think we have to have somebody there.
I don't think Lena would be hiding. I think Lena took the bullet last time. I think she's in front.
I like the psychological aspect of that too, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Cormac would be with her.
Siggy? What are you standing out in the middle, or are you hiding like with no
Sigurður's not really a hider. She's not. She's large. She can't hide, really.
Mm-hmm.
So no. She'll be out kind of with the rest of them.
All right. So you enter these ruins. It is ashy and burnt down. There are barrels scattered around. Cody or Nostroy has strategically positioned, or just haphazardly positioned buckets of water.
There's just a lot of water barrels around.
Okay, there's a lot of water barrels around. Like barrels or buckets?
I mean, big enough that I could throw a bucket of it on Senor Santiago.
All right. I don't like where this is going, but okay.
I want you to think about what happens if a flintlock pistol gets wet.
You have all of these things set up. He comes up with a group of 10 guards with him from the contingent. The werewolves at the other side. Are they in werewolf form, or are they humans right now?
I think humans.
Yeah, we would like this to be subtle. We don't necessarily want him to know that there are werewolves yet.
Your side is outnumbered semi-drastically.
Okay.
He is the one who has been winning this fight, and he is here to claim surrender. But when he walks up, he does not look surprised or off-put at all. It's good to see you all again. The better twin, Cormac, who I have heard of, and Sigurður. Have you reconsidered my job offer?
Yes, I think I have reconsidered it, and I think I must decline.
It's a shame. You would have been a good lieutenant in my army. I am sad that you do not want to join the winning side. I could offer you all what you want. You don't need to do this. I know that this is a trap to try to stop me. You are a little obvious at times. You know, why would Isabel pick to do the burn down ruin of Nostroy's circus? Like, it's a little on the nose, even for you guys. But I can give you all that you want. We don't have to do this. Cormac, you can be famous. You could be instrumental in setting up the new ruler of Orétrios.
I'd like to think I already am.
Are you? Or are you just the most forgotten one?
I think either way, I know that it wouldn't turn out how it's going to without me.
Sigurður, you could be my personal duelist, only fighting for honor for the rest of your life. Never needing to fight in bloody battles or war again, and only prove your mettle against the best for noble purpose.
I think my days of fighting for other people are behind me. I fight for myself.
It's a shame. Lena, I could give you back your parents.
I know where my parents are. I don't think that's the problem here.
Are you sure you do? When was the last time you checked in on them?
It's been a while. We haven't been. We stuffed them away.
If you are going to sit here and blackmail me, that gives me even more reason to take you down. Because you've not given any of us a reason to even think that you could get the city out of the shithole it currently is in. Between you and Catalina, she says with like really big air quotes around that, everything has gone downhill. So you're not exactly giving me a reason to want to surrender here.
I held the city together for an entire year before that upstart came and did everything she could to ruin it. I was not having people starve. People were fine, if not happy, while I was ruling. And you can say that it's my fault, but I was doing the best that I could with an angry child who just wanted to burn it all to the ground.
Can I ask a question? And if this is a roll, that's okay. Can I see his gun on him?
Yeah, you can. It's not hidden.
Is there only one?
Sure.
That you can see.
Nostro is gonna, like, pop his head out of, like, a ruined thing, you know, whatever he was hiding behind, and just go, can I take you up on your offer?
I would say yes, but I don't trust rats.
Now, look, I understand why you would think that, but frankly, I have been around all of these people for a really long time, and I am fully sick of dealing with petty machinations between nobles, and that's honestly 100% the truth. Like, it might seem like it's not, but I can be 100% sincere in telling you that I am fully tired of listening to petty, vainglorious nobles who never do anything but whine, try to scrabble for stupid power in this city, and I just want the conflict done so normal people can go back to living normal lives. And frankly, between you and Isabel cannot rule and should not rule, so I would actually rather work with you. And as for the rest of my friends, they're just sitting there loyal to a name of a person who we don't even really think should be on the throne anymore. And yeah, okay, I'll make a convince roll.
Yeah, you gotta make a convince roll.
Hang on a second.
You can use panache. Not that it matters since all of your traits are 3.
But my convince isn't. Can I make an argument that this is empathy because I'm empathizing with us both disliking nobles?
He is a noble, though, isn't he?
He is. But Cody is playing to the vaingloriousness that Santiago had. You know, like
Santiago's legitimate frustration with how things have gone.
I got 2 successes and 2 dice.
You can join me, Nostroy, but you will not come near me right now.
Nostroy is going to go, shoot, and then he's going to pick up a bucket of water and sprint towards Senor Santiago.
Yeah, I mean, like, cool.
The intent of splashing it on his gun.
Cormac is going to signal to the werewolves to turn so that there's like some distraction away from Nostroy sprinting at him. So
all right.
If that gives any advantage to him not dying, that would be great.
Okay, for reference, for mechanical benefit right now, just so you guys know, a gun just does 5 instant damage. It's not like an instant kill.
Okay.
That is fine.
Lena was just also really beat up when she got shot. I just want to make that clear as we go in the thing where it's like, if a gun is still around, you're not just dead. Alright. Nostroy, make me an aim check.
Aim I'm actually pretty good at, I think. Yeah.
Cormac, make me a distract roll.
I was trying to figure out what that would be.
I'm gonna say perform.
Oh, come on! Freaking terrible.
Alright, what do you got, Nostroy?
Can I spend a hero point to get something? Is that like a thing you can do? How many hero points do I have left?
You have 0 hero points. So no. Doesn't matter.
Well, I have been burning through those pretty quick. 2 successes, 2 dice.
I have 2 successes, 1 die.
No, 2 successes, 3 dice, rather.
Dang.
Oof.
Yeah, I know.
Oofta. So you had 2 and 2, Caitlin. Cody had 2 and 3.
I had 2 successes and 1.
Okay, 2 and 1, 2 and 3. Okay. All right. Let me make a roll for myself. I get to roll some dice.
Do we get anything for the werewolves changing right now?
I'm taking that into consideration.
Okay, just making sure.
Can I say I get a hero point for bitterness? You receive a hero point when you bring up old grudges or bad feelings. When doing so will lead you into trouble. As I'm sprinting towards a guy with a gun with a bucket of water.
Yes, you can have a hero point for that.
That's pretty spot on, yeah.
Yay!
So, as you sprint up, you are going, and it is like like you're about to hit the perfect arc. You're like, I got this. This gun is going to be out of the fight. When you are full body checked by one of his guards, and you're like, maybe I should have considered that there were a lot of guards between me and him.
No, I think a straight line run was the best possible thing to do.
That is going to be 1 damage to Nostroy as you're checked out of the way. However, The werewolves do transform. Their strong muscles rip and tear as they begin to grow fur and take on their bestial forms. As some of the guards cower back, with the amount you took, let me make a die roll that is much smaller than this. There are still some forces that are not being taken care of from the werewolves. They took out a significant chunk of them, but that does not take care of every single one. There are still 12 other guards hanging about, and Senior Santiago. The 12 guards function as a group, like minion rules, just so you guys are aware.
Yep.
What are you about? Lena and Sigurthur, you're going first, so you guys tell me what you're about, and then we'll start the next round, and everyone will get a turn.
Okay. Nostra, you're just running at Santiago?
Well, I did already run at Santiago and get tackled, but yes.
You got tackled. Okay, because I think Lena wants to take revenge on the fact that she got shot. So, Lena is going to go for Santiago. So has he wrestled Nostra down to the ground?
One of the guards did.
A guard did. Okay, so Santiago's still standing up.
Yes, he's standing and was mildly distracted, not greatly distracted.
Okay.
Nostra is going to shout from the ground, "Bucket of water! Bucket of water!" As he's trying to,
You didn't explain what you wanted to do with that. And Lena, hang on. Where is his gun?
It's on his belt.
Okay. Then I am going to... I thought I had like a specific weaponry thing. I'm trying to find it real quick. Oh, here we go. Fencer, you gain a bonus die. Okay. So I'm going to use my Fencer advantage to get a bonus die. I'm going to use weaponry, and I'm going to say it's probably finesse. And my goal here is I want to cut his belt so that his gun gets away from him.
Cool. That will not do damage to him, but it can disarm him.
That's fine. Okay, hang on. So
success would look like disarming him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so I have not used weaponry before.
And he's rolling opposed to you guys, just so you know. So that's kind of how, success is determined in this regard.
It's a good chunk of dice. Okay. I don't have any ranks that let it explode, but okay, so that's 3 successes, with 2 dice left over.
I will buy one of your die.
Does that mean you can shoot me more? Because maybe I don't want you to buy any.
If you don't want it, that's fine. I have 8 points right now, just so you're aware. But yes, it does mean I could shoot you more.
I'm okay. You don't have to buy anything off me.
Okay.
I still have two hero. No, I still have 1 hero point. I'm okay.
Okay, so you run up and are ready to slice this belt off. You, having felt the burn of a bullet in your stomach before, you're like, we are not doing this again. And you go for a quick lunge to just slice the belt, but he already has a sword there, blocking it. I gave you a chance, Lena. You could have joined me. As he comes in and just takes his elbow and hits you in the nose for 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Sigurthur, what are you about?
Okay, I'm looking something up real quick that might change what I do. So maybe I can just ask. I'm trying to find the specifics on how to use magic, because they keep it just vague enough to be frustrating.
Welcome to 7th C. What are you looking to do?
Okay, so one of my magics I can do, basically one of the things that says spend any number of your hero points, and then you do something with that. I don't know if just doing the magic in the first place makes me spend 1 to where it's any number has to be 1 less. Does that make sense? Or does it count the 1? That's why I don't know exactly how magic works. How do you because you're supposed to use hero points, right?
What's the effect that
spend any number of hero points, the GM loses the same number of danger points.
So it would be, if you spent 3, the 1 you're spending to activate it counts towards that 1.
Counts towards that, okay.
So you could spend your 3 hero points and I would lose 3 danger points.
That was what I was thinking. Is if it's 3, that's a decent chunk.
It is, yeah.
But I need to find what I'm going to pair it with. And another problem is a lot of the magic, the reason I haven't used my magic much in the campaign is I don't think we're playing the game how they want us to play the game.
I would not be surprised.
We never do.
Right. And so it's like some of the things, the order of operations, the way we do stuff, doesn't make sense with how my magic works.
I don't think you're wrong, but also the way they want to do it, you actually play the game, is very difficult for the GM.
Right. Yeah. Sigurthur is going to, with her foot, quickly scrawl a rune in the dirt. It combines the, it was the Courage Stortmerk with the Winter Letetmerk. I have so many pages.
You're fine.
Spending a number of hero points, GM loses the same number of danger points. So I lose 3, GM loses 3. Then the other effect is the next time this round the target takes wounds, they take one additional wound. I'm choosing Santiago.
Okay. So the first time he takes damage, he takes a bonus point.
Yep.
Got it.
So she basically makes this shape with her foot and then slashes through it, which activates the magic.
Alrighty. So you see him as the magic flows, like it glows and makes a crack sound as the magic flows out, and you see it rush towards Santiago and settle him as he takes a step back, feeling a little uncomfortable, but still ready to fight. Alright. Anybody's go. Actually, no. I'm going to activate a hero point.
Do I not get to go?
You've gone once already. You activated the werewolves.
Oh, okay.
And the reason that counted is because you were trying to do it to
Yeah.
prevent
have a mechanical
something.
effect, yeah.
He draws his gun and he points straight at you, Lena. Oh, Lena. You don't need to be afraid. You're not the one I'm worried about. And he turns and shoots Sigurthur right in the thigh for 5 damage.
Okay.
Alright, who'd like to go?
Look, you know what Neostra would like to do is grab the bucket that's definitely sitting next to him, because as I said, I put buckets of water everywhere, and we're trying buckets again.
Alright.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get the gun wet so it won't shoot. It's a flintlock pistol. If those get wet, they don't shoot anymore. They have to be able to make a spark. If the thing's soaking in water, it's not making a spark.
Okay.
Alright, throw an aim check.
Alright, here we go. Look, I'm really good at this, and it should not be hard. Oh, that's much better. Oh, buddy. Okay, now, does 4 successes do me better?
It does. You are able to douse him in water.
Just the gun. Specifically the gun.
He is doused in water enough that I will say that you got the gun wet. Thoroughly wet.
Once Neostroy does that, he's just gonna go, ha! And then he starts running away.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to do. He's out.
Oh, I have another plan, too.
Alright, you do that. How like a rat to scurry away after the bite.
All I have is a rat! I have no defense to this! I don't mind being a rat!
Cormac is going to work on taking out the 12 guys that are there
Good call.
before they do stuff. Now, he's learned his lesson. He's not taking the spotlight with Senior Santiago. He's taking out the other guys.
But don't you know Senior Santiago's only weakness is asking if you've heard of me?
So I think that's going to be finesse and weaponry and draw my sword. And that's new for me, so got
It
lots
is.
of dice.
Sigurthur, by the way, you get +1 on all your die rolls.
3 and 2 dice.
Do you want to sell it to me?
No, thanks.
Alright, you take down 3 guys. You jump in there with lightning fast reflexes, dancing around the different blades, using your pirating Corsair years to your advantage as you take on multiple foes, felling 3 of them. Alrighty, they have not gone yet. It's their turn. They are fighting you all. Everyone takes 3 damage from them as you have general cuts and scrapes and fights from them. Lena, that gives you a bonus to all of your rolls as well now, so you get to +1 on all your +1 die on all your rolls.
Perfect. Are you done with your turn?
Yes, I'm done. That's all they do. Senior Santiago acts in response to you guys. They just kind of eventually punch.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. So he parried me from cutting his belt, which means we're still locked in a sword fight. So what I would like to do is I would like to do weaponry and brawn to just brute force him back.
Okay.
Oh, he pulled his gun. So hang on.
You can still do that.
No, that's fine. I just want to get the visual here. So did he like push me back and then pull out his gun?
Yeah, so he hit you in the face, so you reeled back a little bit.
Okay.
And then he pulled out his gun and shot next to you, which was Sigrither.
Okay. And then Neostroy got water on it. So is he ambidextrous, or did he like drop his sword, or?
He's ambidextrous.
Cool. Okay.
Or at least he can shoot a gun with his left hand and sword fight with his right.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna assume his right hand is still the dominant hand then. And yeah, I'm gonna do what I said. I'm gonna go in to kind of just like brute force him down.
Okay.
We never officially established this. With advantages, like, okay, so my fencer one says you gain 1 bonus die when you make a weaponry risk using rapier, dagger, cutlass, or similar weapon. That does not say I have to spend a hero point. Can I activate that as many times as I want?
As long as you're using weaponry.
Sweet. Okay, yep, that's what I'm doing. So let me grab that extra dice.
And this is the first time you've done weaponry, so...
Second. I did weaponry last time, so...
Oh, oops. Sorry, forgot to mark it.
That's okay. So that is 5 successes.
Nice. You are able to force him down, doing 2 damage to him as you bring this onslaught.
2 whole damage.
I mean, he's a boss. He's hard to hit.
I know.
Did this include the extra?
3 whole damage.
Woo!
Woo!
Thanks, Iggy.
All right, you start pounding at him.
Phrasing.
My bad. Sorry.
I think Sigrither's pretty pissed off about being shot. So, rawr.
As you do.
Gosh, get over it, Sigurthurd. We all get shot sometimes. Jeez. Make it all about you, why don't you?
We push and pull and get shot sometimes.
I assume I've done... Yeah, I definitely did a weaponry. I did that in the duel.
You did.
Yeah. I'm still rolling 10 dice, though.
Jeez.
Even without that. Yeah, she pulls out an axe and is going in, swinging.
Come on, roll good. I rolled fine. Wow. Jeez, man. I am actually rolling phenomenal tonight. I rolled 3 10s in my roll.
No.
Don't worry, I rolled 3 10s as well, so...
Do your 10s explode?
Not yet.
I thought there was a perk that lets you do that, too.
Oh, no, I never got it to rank 5.
Ah.
So I get to re-roll 1 die. So re-roll one of these. That's another 10. Fantastic. So let's see. That's a 15.
And you go for 15s, right?
Problem is I don't have a lot of good things to pair, but it's still better. That's a 15. That's a 15. That's a 15. That is 8 raises.
Dang.
Alrighty.
I mean, I rolled 4 10s and was able to pair all of them with at least 5.
Your kitty is celebrating too.
Alright, you get 6 damage through as you start going to town, and he is hard-pressed to fight off 2 fronts of expert weapons masters. Alright, he is going... Well, he just responds to you guys. If you guys fail your rolls, he hurts you. So, top of the round. Who would like to go? You guys don't have to go in order.
I have a thought. I have a question. Now, I asked if I could see his pistol, and you said yes. Can I see the bag of gunpowder that he would have to carry on his belt?
Sure. Do you want to spray more water on him?
No, I want to shoot a fire at it.
That's pretty good.
I said you got him thoroughly wet. It is going to be wet.
I threw it... Okay, now I said I threw it at his gun, which he had drawn and was pointing at someone, which would meant the water would have hit his hand, not his body.
Yeah, and the GM said you didn't do that. You hit him. You hit all of him, including the gun.
I said you thoroughly got him wet. You can still try it. It's just a harder DC.
Do I want to do that, or do I want to do a hero point and do an AoE fire attack on just the minions?
Ooh, I kind of think AoE.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll spend that hero point that I earned, and I'll make just like wherever the minions are, that's just like a stampede of flaming horses right now.
How much damage does your AoE do?
Well, so it's an area of effect, so I think it does 1 damage to everything in the area.
Roll me 2d10.
Okay, that's a 4, because I suck.
With 2d10?
With 2d10, a 3 and a 1, yeah.
Alright, you kill 4 minions.
Well,
Ooh.
that felt like a waste. I should have done the fireball to his pouch.
I'm sorry. Sometimes the dice taketh away. You know.
Yeah.
I thought 2d10 was going to be overkill when you rolled a 20.
Nope, didn't roll a 20.
Alrighty, Cormac.
So you've got 5 left?
5 minions left.
Okay.
And Senior Santiago's looking pretty good still.
Yeah. I'm going to keep on the minions for now and do weaponry and finesse again. 3 and a die.
There are 2 left. They attack. Everyone takes a damage.
Cormac is feeling like the best sword fighter ever right now because everyone else who usually sword fights is kind of doing other stuff.
You're dancing around just like parrying and fighting.
I am a leaf on the wind.
There's a guy who's about to hit you. All of a sudden a flaming horse just comes and tramples him as he's in a burning pile, just like dead. Lena.
Yeah, I think unless I have to do something different, I'm just gonna do the same thing. I think
you do not.
Cool. Because I think at this point I am locked in the sword fight. Let's see. Right now I'm like, I've managed to like bear down on him, right?
You have, yes.
Okay. Did he respond? Like, did he make is he like currently parrying? What's going on?
He's trying to fend both you and Sigurthur off at the same time.
Okay.
To middling effect.
I'm wondering if I should literally just try to punch him in the head to knock him out.
Do it.
Or try to. Yeah.
Especially if you get an extra die for it.
Okay. Okay, yeah. If he's trying to defend himself against me and Sigurthur, then Lena is going to... I assume I'm still like trying to hold him down. I'm gonna, with my other hand, try to just punch him in the head to knock him out. So Brawn, and would you say that's Brawl?
Yes.
Okay, and for me, that is 3 successes and 1 leftover dice.
All right, you do 1 damage. So you're able to like punch him a little bit, not really land a solid blow on him.
Okay. Out of game.
Sigurthur.
I think she's just still swinging away.
Swing, swing, swing.
The lowest I rolled was a 4. I won't complain about that. Okay, 8 raises again.
Jeez.
Dang.
I'm rolling 10 dice at a time.
You take out another chunk of his health. Top of the order. Cormac.
All right, I got to get those last 2 guys. Let's do it.
You know, out of game, call me crazy. I think we're a group that likes to just have the order.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very D&D of us, but it just
feels right.
Makes sense. It's easier to navigate. It's easier to manage.
That's
combat
true.
when it's not like, okay, 4 people determine your actions. Okay, now what's the order they go in after we've all chosen them? It's makes it more complicated than it needs to be.
Yeah, it's just funny. I've noticed every time we're like, we'll just go with the order.
I got 2 and 2 extra, so that's enough for 2 minions.
That is enough for 2 minions as the last guards fall.
Woo! Go Cormac.
All right, Nostroy.
Okay, I'm trying to blow up his pouch again.
All right, go for it.
Wow, still pitiful. I don't think I can squeak 3 out of this. That's 2 successes and 2 dice left over.
Did you roll the extra die for being injured enough?
No, I did not.
Ooh.
That's 3 successes now.
All right, so you line up a shot, and it flings towards him, fire crackling, and lands right on the pouch. But the dampness of the cloth, it doesn't catch, and you see the string slowly lit. He notices this, slices it off, and chucks it back at you.
You just gave him a grenade.
You take 2 damage.
Did he just give me a pouch? I take 2 damage from a pouch of gunpowder hitting me in the head?
No, it comes at you, and then it explodes as the rope burns, and it hits the gunpowder.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You basically hit the the leathery bit, and it deflected enough that he could get it off him.
I understand.
Basically, mechanically, you failed the roll. All right, guards are dead. Lena.
Okay, guards are dead. Hitting Santiago in the head didn't hurt. So I'll just go to stab him because I roll more dice with that anyway.
Stabby stab.
Stabby stab.
Yeah, everyone but Cormac is rolling a +1 on everything they roll. +1 die. Cormac has not been hurt enough.
I am finesse.
Finesse. I am finesse. That's a good Cars joke for people.
I got you. We've seen that movie too many times.
All right, that is 4 successes with a die left over.
I gotta roll. Oof, that was a terrible roll on for me.
Yes!
Oh, that is so bad.
Ha!
And there was much rejoicing.
Okay. Yeah, you do a good chunk of damage because I rolled terribly.
Yay, Lena!
Yay! All right, I definitely stab him then.
So you and Sigrithar are starting to get into a rhythm of teaming up, like trading blows, where you're making him keep swiveling back and forth, which he's doing an impressive job of rebuffing, but 2v1 where you're all good sword fighters is always going to be in the 2's favor. And you are able to get some cuts in on his arms. They're not cool, they're deeper than superficial, but they're not deep enough to end the fight. Sigrithar.
I'm looking up something again. Part of me wants to, for flavor reasons, activate my Berserk quirk and let Zach choose my next action. But I don't want him to have me hit Lena.
Yeah, I would choose your next action, Vinny. Now is the time.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is I don't know.
Sigrithar drops her axe and swears an oath of allegiance to Senior Santiago, having been bested in combat.
That's where I don't know, like, how much leeway the GM has in that.
I mean, it's the final fight. Why would you give up your turn, you know?
Because it's thematic. She's gone into, like, a berserker rage. Fine, I'll just do the normal thing and hit him again. Boring.
I mean, I think that's what the berserker rage would do.
You can still do flavor tags.
I rolled not great this time.
Ha ha. I rolled It's not bad, but it's not great either.
Only 7 raises this time.
Yeah, I rolled middling. So you do a good chunk of damage as you're breaking through his defenses. He's starting to look a little bloodied. He is not looking as good. Cormac.
All right, so Cormac is going to join in on this Senior Santiago shindig with the intention of going for his hamstring or his heel so that he can't keep switching back and forth, to inhibit his movement. Can I make a case that is aim because I have a really specific thing in mind?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can definitely make a case for aim.
Okay. And I'll say finesse.
Okay, yeah, that feels like it fits for me.
Do I have hero points?
You have 1 hero point.
Okay. I'm going to use a hero point to reroll.
Okay, you have no hero points.
Ugh. Well, did that 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, I have 3 raises and 1 extra now.
Let's see how well he rolls. Ugh, he rolled really well.
Okay.
So as you join the fray, you're like, I'm going to do this. But it's hard, it's a moving battle. They're not just standing in one spot. So getting behind him is actually quite difficult. And as you're about to stab, he steps forward and notices you and steps on your blade, pulling you off balance and jerking the sword out of your head. You're still armed, but
I'm off balance.
Yeah, you're off balance and your arm hurt,
yeah.
And you take 2 points of damage. You get +1 die rolls now, though, so that's fun.
That is fun.
Nostroy.
No matter what I do to him, does he always roll opposed? And then is the difference of our rolls always the damage that he takes?
That is how I've been doing your fight here. What are you looking to do?
Well, I have 2 thoughts. One, if we want to imprison him, I want to get that talisman on him that has that blood on it that I got forever ago. And then if I shoot a flare up in the air, what's his name is supposed to just grab whoever the talisman is on and pull him into captivity.
Okay, so I'm going to level with you. The person who's going to pull him through is right now standing next to Catalina.
Well, right, but Catalina's surrounded by, Duke's Rebellion and werewolves, right? And he's going to be mostly injured.
You're sending someone who's fully armed next to someone...
I do get that. I had that thought, because it's not the use I had intended for the talisman.
Here, let me put this in a way that you would say it. It'll come down to a die roll.
Yeah, no, I don't love that. Okay, then my other option was I wanted to try to throw soot in his eyes, because we're surrounded in, a burning place. But my question here is there a mechanical effect for throwing soot in his eyes? Or is it...
Yes, I will give you a mechanical effect.
Okay.
Just like I was going to give Caitlin a mechanical effect. I won't tell you what it is, but it's worth your time.
Okay, then I will do that. 2, 3. 3 successes.
Did you add your extra die for being injured?
Yep.
Alrighty. Just barely enough. And he now has soot in his eyes. Mechanically, he's rolling a little bit less well now. So
Now, I don't know if you've never had a handful of soot thrown in your eyes. It's really awful.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. It's terrible.
I just had a mental image from the show King of the Hill. Pocket sand.
Yeah, that's the moment.
So Nostroy comes in as these other three fighters are circling Santiago and making him dance around this battlefield, and just right directly in the face nails him with this sooty, gravelly dirt that makes it hard to breathe and harder to see. Lena.
Yeah, I am going to continue to stabby stab.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm not, at this point, he just needs to die. So that's where I'm at.
You're not wrong.
Alright, that's 5 successes.
Jeez.
Oof. Alright.
I'm literally rolling my highest stuff at this point. This is the part that I'm good at.
Yeah, you land a good hit as he is starting to slow down with being surrounded and pocket sanded and everything else.
Poor man.
Sigarthur.
I guess keep swinging.
At what point do we want to switch to non-lethal?
How's he looking? Give me a rundown on how he's looking again.
Not good.
Yeah, I think Sigarthur is going to switch to non-lethal at this point. She's basically going to try to knock him out instead of kill him.
Alright. Roll me them dice.
7 raises again.
Alrighty. You have switched to non-lethal, and he is looking very rough. I don't know why you don't support me. I would have been better than these upstart curs. And he spits at the ground, his blood's seeping out of his mouth a little bit from being cracked across the jaw from Sigarthur. Cormac.
See, I was expecting a much longer speech from him there. I was surprised when it ended.
I mean, he's had his speech to try to convince you guys. You're now just beating the crap out of him. He held his own for a little bit, and then, all 4 of you ganged up on him.
Yeah, can I use weaponry and brawn?
You may.
Yeah, to try to knock him out. So I'm trying to club him with my sword, essentially.
As you try to club it, you're not used to doing non-lethal damage. I don't think you've ever done it before in your life. You fight to kill. Like, you're a knight. There isn't like, I need to take people alive. It's like, kill or be killed. So you don't really know what you're doing as you try to club him, and he definitely ducks under it and stabs you. Like, he's not doing well, but he does stab you for 3 points of damage as you're like, I'm gonna club him. How do I do this?
Oh, hell! I was trying to save your life!
I would rather die than be saved by you idiots. You cannot see that I only want what is best for this town. If I'm in charge, I want to be good.
Yeah, you can't see because you got blood in your eyes. And soot!
Nostroy.
Nostroy is, so he's looking bad, right? Like, pretty bad.
He's looking bad.
Okay, can I make an argument that the whole, basically, last episode was me teaching a hard lesson that would make, what's-her-name, Mashuka, proud of me, and therefore I should have earned a hero point for that as well, because I want 1 more hero point?
Fine. Have your dang hero point.
Okay, Nostroy is going to go up to Senor Santiago, and he's just gonna grab his face and go, I agree. You could be good for this city. You still can be good for this city. But not if you die in the dirt like a moron.
We want you to die on the stone like a smart person.
Nostroy wants to heal 1 critical wound, but use that to try to convince him to surrender. You know what I mean? Like, this is to make my convince argument better that Nostroy is showing him compassion in this moment, so he could stand trial and potentially benefit the city in the future.
By dying later.
But not necessarily dying. He could get sentenced to something other than death, but it's out of our hands at that point. Allow the new city to rule itself. We are not their executioners.
Give a convince roll. It's not going to be easy. I will give you an extra 2 die on it.
Okay.
For using your hero point.
Now, instead, could this be empathy? Because I am trying to be empathetic with him.
I don't think you're, like, appealing to what he actually wants.
He said he wanted to benefit the city. I'm telling him he can, if he just surrenders.
He wants to control the city. He's saying he wants to benefit the city.
I'm agreeing with what he's saying. It feels okay. Okay.
You know, you made a great case.
You got 2 extra die already.
Yeah, it's just not a lot, really. It's basically the same roll I've been making this whole time. All right, here we go. Oh, wow, that's the best I've ever rolled.
Yay!
How'd you roll?
Okay, so that's 1, 2... Yeah, so it's 4 successes. Unfortunately, I have a lot of dice left over.
So he is hurt, and he looks a little bit less hurt now. You place your hands, and the glowing fire that you have come to associate with your healing fills in some of the cuts and wounds on him as he looks defeated and broken. Fine. I will be a puppet for your whatever you want next. I will listen to your stupid paltry government, but I will spite you as I die.
What? Okay, sure. You didn't die. Great. Theostrate takes the sword.
And that's where we'll end.
Yay!
You win! You did it!
And Sigurdur hits him again.
No, Sigurdur, no!
He dies.
No, he's down, Sigurdur, no!
Hey Wanderers, thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Corsairs of Castille. This game is being run in the 7th Sea 2nd Edition system. If you want to hear more content from the Wandering Gamer Network, you can check us out at the Wandering Gamer Network website. We stream on Twitch with the username wandering_gamers, and we're also on Facebook and Instagram. All information about the music used can be found in the episode description. Until next time, wherever you wander, may you find your way home.